Very good morning, students. As we begin this new term and new lesson, the third term, the first lesson we are going to start. This is our topic, Unit 1, History, Society and Culture in Ancient Tamilagam, the Sangam Age. Okay, children, this is the topic we are going to study today. I hope you all are doing well by the grace of God. May the Lord bless you as we continue to study in our home through these videos or Zoom classes. Children, we are going to learn one by one in this lesson. So, what are the things we are going to learn? History first lesson, Society and Culture in Ancient Tamilagam, the Sangam Age. In this lesson, you are going to study the understanding the Sangam literature is the main source of the study of ancient Tamil society. And also you know the role of Moovendar, the great three kings, the name called Chera, Chola and Pandya. Okay. And their contemporary minor chieftains. And also you will learn to gain the understanding of administrative system and the socio-economic condition of Tamilagam. And also you will learn about the Kalabas period. So these are the things we are going to study in this unit 1 from history. The first one is Sangam age. The word Sangam refers to the association of poets who flourished under the royal patronage of the Pandya kings at Madurai. The poems composed by these poets are collectively known as Sangam literature. The period in which these poems were composed is called the Sangam age. Okay, children. The word Sangam refers to the association of poets who flourished under the royal patronage of the Pandya kings at Madurai. The period in which these poems were composed is called the Sangam age. And also you can able to see the picture. It says about the sources. Okay, you can see the pictures. The two things. One is books and other one is copper plates. This is the sources. Okay, inscription and copper plates. So in inscription, the Athikumba inscription of King Karavala of Kalinga, Pugalur, which is near Karur inscription. Then also the Ashoka edicts of 2nd and 13, an inscription found in Mangalam, Alagarmalai and Kilavalu, all the places near in Madurai. And also the copper plates. Okay, Vilvakudi and Chinnamanur copper plates. Vilvakudi and Chinnamanur copper plates. And there are some other evidence about these three great kings called Chera, Chola, Pandya. while they're living this earth, while they're ruling this earth, especially in Tamilagam, they issued the coins. They issued the coins, especially the king called Chera, Chola, Pandya, and the chieftains of Sangam age as well as the Roman coins. Okay, and also the megalithic monuments. The megalithic monuments. It's called the burial and the hero stones. Burials and hero stones. And another evidence is the excavated materials from the left in the Tamilagam. The place is called Adichanallur, Arikemedu, Kudumanal, Pugar, Korkai, Alangankulam, and Urayur. These are the places they excavated the remaining things of these three great kings. And also the literary sources. The literary sources. Okay, Tolkappiyam, Ettutogai. Ettutogai means 8 anthologies. And also the Pattupattu. Pattupattu means 10 ideas. And then Padinan Kirkanakku. Padinan Kirkanakku means a collection of 18 poetic works. A collection of 18 poetic works. And also Pattina Palai and Maduranganji. Madura Kanji. These epics Silapadigaram and Manimegali. Epics is a Silapadigaram. These are literary sources. And also the other evidence from the foreign notes. Okay, the foreigner who came to India while the great three kings were ruling, they gave their importance evidence about the three kingdoms, especially Ptolemy and geography, and Megasthenes, he wrote a book called Indica, and they gave about the three great kings, the rulings. And one more thing is Silapadigaram. Okay, the Silapadigaram is a works on Tamil grammar. It represents the quality of Tamil language and the culture of the Tamil people of the Sangam age. Okay. Now let's move on to the three kings one by one. Okay, I'm going to explain. Now the first one is the Chera. Chera kings. The Moovendars, three great kings, control the territories of Tamilagam in olden days, in ancient days. Ancient means in the beginning, okay, in the olden days. Okay, the Tamilagam was controlled the great three kings. Okay, that is also one more word called Moovendar. Okay. Now, during the Sangam age, the Tamil word Vendar was used to refer to three dynasties, namely the Chera, Chola, and Pandyas. The Chera ruled over the central and northern Travancore, Cochin, South Malabar, and Kongu region of Tamil Nadu. The Paditru means, I said, a collection of 10 decades of verses. Provide information about the Chera king. Okay, which is provide the information, the Paditru. Okay, Paditru means a collection of 10 decades of verses. It provides the information about the Chera kings. It is known that the Chera king Sengutuvan went on a military expedition. Chera king Sengutuvan he went on a military expedition to the North India and he brought stones from the Himalayas. Who brought the stones from Himalayas? A Chara king called Sengotuvan. He went a military expedition to the North India and he brought stones from the Himalayas. For why he brought the stones? For making the idol of Kannagi. Okay, can you able to see that picture? Kannagi, the statue. Okay, who holding that? What do you call that? Golusu. Okay, Silambu in her hand. So that is called Kannagi. And also he brought stones from the Himalayas for making the idol of Kannagi, an epic character from Silapadigaram. And also he introduced Pathini cult. And also he said that cult he introduced. Who introduced? That Sengotuvan. Okay, the Chara king Sengotuvan. He introduced Pathini cult. The Charan Sengotuvan's younger brother, okay, was Ilango Adigal. Charan Sengotuvan, the younger brothers were called Ilango Adigal. He was the author of Silapadigaram. Who is the author of Silapadigaram? The Chara brother called Ilango Odigal. His name is Ilango Adigal. He was the author of Silapadigaram. Another Chara king, Chara Irumborai, issued coins in his name, and also some Chara coins were the emblem of bow and arrow. Can you see this bow and arrows? These emblems belongs to the Chara kings. This emblem belongs to the Chara kings. Okay, children. Okay, and the next, this is the Moovendar. First we discussed Chara. Okay, now and then Chola. The second king is Chola. Okay, holding his flags. See that is the emblems. Okay, the Chola kingdom of Sangam period. The Chola kingdom of Sangam period extended up to Vengadam. The Chola period extended up to Vengadam. Vengadam means Tirupati Hills. The Kaveri Delta region remains the central part of the kingdoms. This area was later known as Chola Mandalam. The Karigala Valavan or Karigalan was the most famous of the Chola kings. Who was the most famous of the Chola kings? Karigala Valavan or Karigalan. You can say that Karigalan is the most famous Chola king. He defeated the combined army of the Charas Pandyas. He defeated combined army of the Charas and Pandyas. Okay, who defeated the Karigalan. He was the famous Chola kings. Karigalan was the famous Chola kings. The second one. Okay. And also Pandyas and the 11 Velas chieftains who supported them at Venni. Venni is a small village in the Tanjore region. Okay. He converted forests into cultivable land. Who converted? The Chara kings. Okay, the Chola kings is converted forest into cultivatable lands. And also he built Kallanai. Kallanai means a dam made of stone. Who built Kallanai? A Karigalan. A Karigalan is the famous king of the Chola kingdom. He built a Kallanai. Kallanai means a, a dam made of stone. Where he built across the river Kaveri, across the river Kaveri. Why he built? To develop the agriculture, to develop the agriculture. Okay, the ports Pugar had attracted merchants from various region of the Indian Ocean, from various region of the Indian Ocean. The Pattinapalai, a poetic works in the Padinankizhkanakku gives elaborate information about the trading activity during the rule of Karigalan. During the rule of Karigalan. Okay, children, I hope you all understand this history first lesson. So I want to give one more information about that Kallanai. Okay, Kallanai. Who built the Kallanai? The Chola king. Okay, Karigalan. He built the Kallanai. It was the lake built with the stones. It was constructed across the Kaveri to divert water throughout the delta region for irrigation. When it was built, Kallanai, the irrigated and the area are about 69 acres. 69 acres was the Kallanai was florized. Okay, so this was the evidence about the Chola kings, and we will continue in the next video. Okay, children, thank you for watching these videos.